Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome guys, welcome back to my channel. May God's peace, blessings and mercy be upon you all watching. For those of you who are new to The Alchemist, welcome. It's such an honor to have you on board and to be part of my mission. The Alchemist is an educational, transformative, uplifting, but also profound channel. It's all about self-development, self-growth, uncovering mysteries, looking deeper into subjects and tackling and talking about taboo subjects. And you know, as I grow, as I mature, as my soul develops with years and experiences, I'll introduce more things. You know, this is really a diaristic and explorative and experimental journey that I'm on, and I'm recording it all so that it can all be in this nice kind of portfolio on YouTube for you guys to watch. Right, okay, so we are just going to carry on with my dua series, and today's dua is actually a very, very important one. So I just wanted to let you know, especially for those of you who have just jumped on board on my channel and have just recently subscribed, stay tuned till the end of my dua videos, because in every episode I teach the dua and I focus on the Tajweed, which is the pronunciation of the Arabic in a correct manner, at the end of the video. So, you know, I try to explain the context, you know, what I'm going to teach you and why I'm teaching it to you. Right guys, so the dua that I intend on teaching you guys today is the dua to recite before entering the toilet. Now, a lot of us may have never heard of this before, and you know, this is something that's completely brand new. That's alright. That's what I'm here for. The toilet is a place of impurity. That's where, you know, jinns and impure evil creatures that can cause you harm reside. That's where they live. They are inhabitants of toilets, because toilets are places where you can't do the dhikr of Allah. You know, it's forbidden to do it in there because it's obviously an impure place. But, you know, because of that, jinns take advantage of that and they live in those places. So in order for us to protect our private parts, or the areas that we uncover when we go into the toilet, even for you know brushing our hair or whatever we do in there, you know, it's essential that we recite this dua. It's something that the Prophet ﷺ used to recite, and of course I would encourage it, you know, to every one of you watching to learn this dua, because it's imperative that we protect ourselves before entering such an impure place. And I'm sure none of you want the jinns to be looking at you when you go in there and, you know, to whisper anything and attack you without you knowing, because really they are invisible enemies, so you don't really know what's actually going on in there when you go in there. So it's better to be protected than to be sorry. And subhanAllah, it's such an honor to revive or bring this knowledge to the forefront, because you know, a lot of us did not know, you know, that we have to recite a dua before entering the toilet, myself included. You know, this is something I didn't know a few years back, and when I found out about it, I was like, thank God that I became equipped with it, because, you know, this is something you must do for your well-being. Personally, I think this is brilliant for people who are a bit apprehensive, a bit paranoid about whisperings, or, you know, waswas of impure things, shayateen, devils and so forth. So before we get into the video, I will also show a little demonstration as to how the Prophet ﷺ would obviously enter, you know, Baytul Khala, the toilet, and then exit the toilet, because there's a sunnah way of doing it, and I will make sure that I teach you guys that. And I will also give a very, very important little tip during the demonstration. So if you guys are interested, keep on watching, like the video, subscribe and click the notification bell and share. Alright guys, it's very, very important for you to recite the dua before you enter the toilet, because the toilet is an impure place and it's prohibited for you to recite anything in there. The other thing you can see is that you can also have the dua right next to the door. That's a nice tip for you to remember. Having shoes that are specifically for the toilet is very, very important, because remember, it's an impure place. Make sure that you put them on and then you enter with your left foot. And then upon exiting the toilet, make sure that you use your right foot this is the sunnah way of doing so. Right guys, so the wisdom behind using shoes that are specifically just for the toilet means that you ensure that, for example, your slippers or trainers or whatever it is that you wear at home isn't tainted or affected by the impurity of the toilet when you go in there. Because imagine that, you would be walking with the impurity all over your house. So having shoes that are specifically for the toilet means that you wear them just for that impure place, which is the toilet, and then you can take them off when you come out of it and then wear your normal shoes again. Simple. Right guys, so the dua before entering the toilet is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika minal khubuthi wal khaba'ith. Translation: O Allah Azza wa Jal, I seek your refuge from the vile male and female jinns. Make sure guys that you read the dua first and then you enter the toilet with your left foot. And then now on to the Tajweed analysis. Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So, as per usual, in most of the du'as that I've taught you guys so far, we've seen the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal. And I've said that before the lam of Allah Azza wa Jal, there is a zabar right there. Because of that, this lam will be read in a thick tone, okay, instead of a thin tone. And it will be read twice, once with the hamza before it, and then with its own harkat, which is the line right here, okay? So it's going to be, and remember this sign right here, you need to stretch this up to 2 fingers, okay? So it's going to be Allah, okay? Instead of Allah, it's going to be Allah, thick tone, and then stretch up to 2. As for the meme right here, when a meme has the tashdid sign right there, which is the inverted 3, you have to take the sound of the meme up into the nose, which is again called the process of nasalization, which means that the sound of the meme will vibrate in your nose as you take it up into there. So it's going to be, and again, the process or the length of nasalization is again for the duration of 2 fingers, okay, or 2 syllables if you like. So Allahumma, like that, okay, instead of Allahumma, okay. You must press on the meme for the duration of 2 fingers and then release the sound Allahumma, okay. Same for the noon. So meme and noon, when they have this 3 sign upon it, which is a sign of the tashdid, there is going to be nasalization, okay. Now the reason I've underlined this is because this is a type of mud, okay. So this one right here and this one right there, which I've underlined, they've got a little squiggly line upon them, which is the sign of this mud. So these 2 are major maddat, okay, which mean that instead of like the 2 that we are usually used to right here, you would stretch it, I've put it right there for you guys, up to 4. So 4 is the minimum, 4.5 is, the middle ground, and then 8 would be the maximum amount that you would have to stretch this until. So it's absolutely fine for you to stretch it, to 4, because that's the minimum, it's a requirement. So, if you struggle with breathing, it's absolutely fine for you to go for the lowest, okay? So let's stretch that up to 4, 4.5 and 8, okay? And then up this part right here, this is all normal, so I'm going to read it up to here. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika. Okay, the sound of the ayn, it needs to come from the middle of the throat. Okay, as you have noticed, I have taken the sound of the noon and the meme up into my nose. You can stretch up to 4, 4.5 and 8. Okay, and then this ha right here, okay, is very different from a normal ha. So for example, in Alhamdulillah, you know, the ha, which is read in Alhamdulillah, is different from the ho, which is right here, okay? So this ho, this comes from the top part of the throat, and it's also from the letters that are pronounced in a thick tone, okay? These are from the huruf musta'aliya, and you can see it right there again. So these two, remember to pronounce them in a thick tone. The tha right here and right here, tha, this must be pronounced in a soft tone. So for example, in astaghfirullah, it's the sound of like a whistling sound, the scene, okay? This, however, is pronounced in a thin tone, okay? So there must be no sound of whistling, just a very, very soft tone when you pronounce this, okay? Okay, so, and as I've shown right here again, this is a similar mud to this one. So you'd have to stretch it up to 4, 4.5, and then 8, okay? And the tha at the end right here, because we're pausing at the end, the accent below it, you know, the symbol or the harkat below it, this will become sakin, which means that the sound will stop on the tha, okay? So let me put that into context for you guys. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal-khaba'ith. Another thing that I forgot to mention is this right here. Make sure you stretch this up to 2. Okay, so it's not going to be a'udhu bika. It's going to be a'udhu bika. Okay, so up to 2. So, and also, like I've said, these two need to be pronounced in a thick tone. These two need to be pronounced in a soft tone. So I'm going to read it one last time. Please pay attention to every little detail that I've mentioned. Okay? Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal-khaba'ith. I hope and pray that this was clear enough for you guys. If there's anything that you're confused about, something that you're not certain about, please make sure you mention it in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Okie dokie guys, this is all for today's episode. Stay tuned for episode 5 right after this one. I hope you guys have benefited from today's episode and that you will apply it in your day-to-day life. Before you leave, please make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and then share the video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May God's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you all.